We got absolutely robbed yesterday with our Psycho bet, but guess what? I got another one today. We're talking about a plus 215 MLB pick that has no chance of losing, probably, on top of two other plus money MLB picks that also have no chance of losing, probably. Welcome to SLOPSLOCKS MLB Picks Edition. Happy Mother's Day. We'll get to the bets in just a second, but let's talk about what happened yesterday. Everybody saw it. We had Hayden Wesniewski cashing out for us. No big deal. I think he did it on the last pitch. I'm pretty sure he did. Guy gave up like 25 runs. Still got 5 strikeouts. That's all we needed him to do. And then Trevor Williams. What the hell was that? The guy was on a record-setting, blistering strikeout pace. He had 1 strikeout after 2 innings. Obviously was going to cash the 5+. Then it starts raining, barely. Like you could barely see the rain. And then they just suspended the game. Unbelievable. I don't know how they start these games knowing it's going to start raining. They didn't even start it for the rest of the day. They suspended the game. If you look at Fanduel's suspended game rules, like most normal books like I ever dealt with ever, if the game wasn't played on that day, they just voided all the bets. Guess what? That's what we do nowadays. 36 hours. So when they start today's game without Trevor Williams in it, they are literally going to steal our money from us because it's going to be played today and they're going to keep the bets. So there is that. That sucks. I hate rain. I hate baseball because of it. But the only thing we can do now is just get our money back. And we're going to do that with Joey Wentz. Over 4.5 strikeouts, plus 102 at Fanduel. This is an absolute gift, probably. I think it's time to finally give this guy a shot. I know he's only a 9% swinging strike guy, which not great for strikeout guys. We want 10%, but 9% is pretty close to 10%. To get over 4.5, he doesn't have to be a strikeout guy, okay? Obviously, we want, a swing and miss guy, but those numbers are always higher. Usually those are 6.5, 7.5, those kind of guys. So this is the 4.5 guy. We're getting plus money. 9% is pretty good. He's also done this in 2 of his last 3 starts. One of those starts was against the Guardians, who don't really strike out. The other one was against the Orioles, who I normally don't target either. So he's doing this against good teams. I'm not saying he's Nolan Ryan, but he's not Zach Greinke either. Today, he's getting the Mariners, who fanned 13 times yesterday. That's a lot. In fact, over the last 2 weeks, only 4 teams in the entire Major League Baseball have struck out more than they have. Over the last 15 days, you're looking at 5 guys in the that could be in the lineup today that are all 31+% strikeout guys over the last 2 weeks. There's also 5 others that could be in the lineup that are 21+%. There's strikeout guys everywhere in this lineup, like always. We get to watch every at-bat expecting a strikeout, so that's a bonus. And we only need 4.5, so that's another bonus. On top of all that, these guys are day game strikeout guys. I don't know if they're partying the night before, who knows? But we're talking about 157 strikeouts in 507 day game at-bats. That's terrible. I think he goes over this easily. We're locking this in. But before we get to the next bet, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Throw me a like and a comment on this video. That helps the algorithm. I talk about sports betting every day. I literally tell you what my bets are going to be every single day of the week, so you might as well subscribe. It just makes sense. On top of that, I'm going to start doing the thing where I live bet strikeouts. I tried to do it yesterday with Bryce Elder. It didn't work out, but my theory is this. Some lineups have 3 guys at the top of the order that just don't strike out, that we're not expecting a strikeout from. So we don't want to bet that pitcher pregame. We want to bet him after the first inning when he doesn't strike anyone out, and let's hope he throws like 9 pitches to get these outs too. I mean, there's a lot of things that have to happen here, but you got to be alert. Obviously, I can't do a show in between innings, so what I do is I just bet it, and all my sports books are attached to Pick'It. It's a bet tracking app that's awesome. Follow me on Pick'It. Whenever you download the app, use SLOPSLOCKS as the promo code. They're going to give you cash to do it. They're going to give me cash to do it. Everybody's going to get cash. It's going to be awesome. But most importantly, you'll be able to follow my bets in real time. I will make sure I refresh the app the second I put one of those bets in, so you'll see it whenever I do it. I think this is going to work. Again, not sure, but I'm pretty sure it will work. Next, we're going to go to Louie Varland, over 5.5 strikeouts, plus 118. I hate going 6+. You know it. I say it every single time we do it, but I think we have to right now. First off, I've never met a Louie in my entire life that I didn't like. It's probably the most trustworthy name out there. And on top of that, this Louie has actually made us money before. If you remember, I can't remember which game it was, but there was one game this season where we took him, I think it was over 4.5 strikeouts, and he smashed the line. It was probably against the Yankees. But here's the thing. He's gone 6+ in every single start this season. It's only been 3, but still 6+. The guy's a 14% swinging strike guy, so he can get pitches by people. And he's not taking advantage of weak teams either. We're talking about the Yankees, White Sox, and Padres. He went 6+ on every single one of them. Today, he's getting Chicago Cubs, who've struck out more than every other team in Major League Baseball over the last 2 weeks. They just embarrassed themselves yesterday, striking out 10 times against Joe Ryan. So they're definitely in play. Over the last 15 days, there's at least 5 of them that could be in the lineup today. They're all 29+%. There's 5 others that are 20+% over that span. These guys are just a strikeout team. On top of that, they're also a daytime strikeout team. Again, not sure if these guys are partying, not saying that, but they might be all hungover or something because they strike out during the day. We're talking about 196 strikeouts and 697 daytime at-bats. That's a lot. That's a ton. I feel like 6 strikeouts is going to be pretty easy for Varland. I think that he might even be a 6.5 guy going forward. So there is that. This could be the last time we get him at 5.5. No matter what happens today, though, I'm pretty high on him. I think that he could even go 7 or 8 today. Just throwing that out there. Finally, we've got the Psycho Bet of the day. Here's the thing, though. It might actually be an idiot bet, and I'll tell you why in a second. Kyle Freeland, 5+ strikeouts, plus 215 at Fanduel. Here's why we might be idiots. If you look at the weather forecast, Denver, it might rain today. So after what happened yesterday, to target another game that might have a little rain is probably pretty stupid. But everybody's saying that they're going to get this game in. Everyone's saying that. They're saying that they would have to play through a light drizzle, or they would just postpone the start of it and then get through the entire game. We want that. If that happens, I think Kyle Freeland's going to get 5+ strikeouts. For starters, he's got the Phillies today, and they strike out against lefties. Last time he faced them, he had 6+. Against Kyle Freeland, there's 5 guys that have all struck out at least 2 times. Look at Trey Turner. He struck out 10 times in his career against Freeland. So there is that too. Again, batter versus pitcher numbers are kind of wild. Like, I don't trust them totally. But at the same time, it's nice to know that he's struck these guys out before. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not just Freeland that the Phillies have trouble with, too. It's basically all lefties. They fanned 115 times in only 431 at-bats this season against southpaws. So there is that. And they've got like the 5th worst OPS against lefties, too. I think it's like 710, which is not great at all. So they might not be able to chase them out of this game. Obviously, it's at Coors Field. Balls fly off bats there, whatever. But it's still 5+ strikeouts, guys, focus. Plus 215. I think he gets it. And honestly, if you wanted to go 6+ at like plus 450, I don't have a problem with that either. It just feels right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.